Cool. All right, so when we last left our heroes, you guys had successfully made your way through the sewers and fought your way through a bunch of Kruthiks, found the lair of the creature that you had been hunting, sent to hunt down, and found out that it was a Hydra. But not just any normal Hydra. It had been a genetically modified Hydra that's much more dangerous. You managed to kill it with some clever use of crowd control spells and fire damage, keeping it from creating more heads. Its acidic blood was dangerous, but luckily only Squib was the only one close enough to get hit by that multiple times.
That shit fucking hurt.
Mm-hmm. Anybody who's, I mean, even the Huntsman's Guild was like acidic blood. Like Hydras don't have that. Normal Hydras don't have that. So this Iron Scale Hydra had been heavily mutated, and it caused some concern. That they mentioned that this is out of the ordinary. Hydras, there shouldn't even be a Hydra in the sewer for the ever. They live in the swamp, and their theory is somebody has been genetically modifying these monsters and just released them in the sewer to see what it would do. They said they were going to investigate, but you guys had proven that you were willing to risk your lives to help their guild, and so they have now joined your cause. They paid you for the Hydra, paid you for the Kruthik Hive Lord, and yeah, that's basically where we ended up, and what you guys were just about to head out, I think.
What was the last thing we did?
You got paid.
Yeah, we paid.
Yeah, we got paid. That's about it. We've still got some stuff to sell.
You got a bunch of treasure that you found down in the it was an abandoned black market, former black market sort of deal down there, but very old. So the treasure down there was not claimed by anyone.
So were we trying to go back down there?
I don't
know.
You guys brought up the stuff that was valuable, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you were going to leave the black powder with the Huntsman's Guild for them to make bombs.
Oh, true. Yeah, we don't really need it, right?
We don't need to be wandering around with 2 crates of black powder. Squib might do something stupid.
True.
I may shoot it. But
please don't.
Right? That does feel like something that might happen.
With him and those nat ones, yeah, I can see it.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
So, what would you guys like to do now?
I would like to ask somebody at the Huntsman's Guild if they know where we can get rid of these and show them like one of the emeralds. Or the emerald. You know anywhere good in town to sell this?
The gems?
Yeah. He wants to know if they know anywhere good to sell this.
Okay, who do you want to talk to?
I figure if there's a receptionist, I'll ask them.
Okay. Yeah, it's that same half-elven gentleman that you guys had talked to before who had given you your room keys. He's like, yeah, what can I help you with?
I'm looking to sell these, and then I'll pull out the emerald and go, I've got a couple of these things to sell. Where's a good place in town to get rid of it?
Here in Walden? I would just kind of hide those until you go somewhere else.
Squib mutters curse words under his breath and goes, all right, thanks. And he'll stick it back in the bag of holding.
Yeah, you down here in the lower city, you'd get mugged for something like that. And there's not a lot of jewelry vendors or gemstone vendors down here in the lower city. Catch my drift.
He'll nod and go, yeah. I figured. Can't really walk up into the upper city to get rid of that, though. That's a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways. Just can't go how you look right now.
True.
Anything else I can help you with?
What do you guys think? Anything else we need here?
And do you know where we might find the Craftsman's Guild?
Oh yeah, it's over on the east side of town.
Does it got some big green letters above it that says Craftsman's Guild?
On the map, yes, it does.
Can you give us detailed directions so that we may travel there quickly?
And so we don't get lost, we're kind of dumb.
Well, you can go out the eastern entrance here in the red light district, and then it's just kind of just follow the town. I mean, you could just go follow the wall. You'll get to the industrial zone. But as far as where exactly it's at, I couldn't tell you. I have never been there.
Will people take kindly to us asking around?
I would imagine
Um,
not.
Sort of a taboo.
You probably could ask around. Most people probably won't be able to help you.
Do you know anyone who might be able to help us?
I mean, you could maybe go ask one of the council members. They got a little bit more pull.
Why didn't we think of that before? All right.
Because we're not smart.
God, I can't remember his name. Guy we hid the dagger from.
Corin.
Corin. What was it?
Corin.
Corin.
Corin. Let's go ask Corin.
Okay.
Is he available now, or is this?
Yeah, you guys just left him. You reported to the council. They were all there. You got paid, and you went down the elevator. So they're still upstairs.
Let's go back up the elevator.
Okay, you guys head back up. The council is still they're in the council chambers, debating the Hydra. They're talking about it. What the heck is this thing? How are we going to? They've already they're looking at the scales closely and the teeth and yeah. So you walk back in and they're like, oh, and Corin's like, you guys forget something?
Yes, sorry to interrupt again. We know the general area, but do you know where specifically we might find the Craftsman's Guild?
Well, yeah, it's on the east side of town, I think.
Yes, but do you know specifically where?
Let's see. I think it's near the entrance, the eastern entrance. I've never been there myself. But hey, you guys, you know Rourke, right?
I believe I've heard that name before.
We
I
definitely know
gotta.
Rourke.
Ron holds his face in his hands. Yeah, we know Rourke.
Yeah, I think
He should know.
yeah, he should know where it's at. I've never been there personally. Any of you others been to the Craftsman Guild? And I mean, you see Gisrin, he just kind of snorts and chuckles, why the hell would I go there? And the others are I mean, Alrod is "Ugh, I haven't left the tower in some time. I think they moved it since last time I was there. And the others just kind of shake their heads.
We're so good at this.
Well, thank you for the information. We will leave now for good.
Hey, just let us know when you need our help.
We will.
You guys are officially part of the guild now.
That's cool.
All right, let's go back down the elevator.
Okay, back down to the lobby.
Let's go to the Broken Spirits.
All right, you head back out western side of the red light district. Nobody stops you. They know who you are now. The word has spread of these adventurers who came in and killed a hydra that was in the sewers, and word spreads quickly amongst the hunters. They like their stories. But yeah, you head back down to the Broken Spirits. No issues along the way. Just a little bit of a travel to get back there.
What time of day is it?
Let's see. Started out in the dungeon bright and early in the morning. Got back around noon. Couple hours to get back. Probably 3, 4 in the afternoon ish.
Okay.
You arrive at Broken Spirits.
Squibble go inside, be like, Rorik, where you at?
Once again, you guys head inside, and like you can see that his friends are still there, and they immediately, like a couple of them immediately like turn their heads to see who enters. Their hands go to their weapon, but then they see it's you guys, and you've already been told. They've been told that you guys are fine, and so they kind of relax, and Orc's like, "Yeah, oh hey, you guys are back."
We are indeed. I can't remember. Are his friends in on this whole thing?
Yeah, for the most part, they're
So blurring out
extra.
our plans here isn't a bad idea.
No, yeah, it's fine.
We have succeeded in enlisting the Huntsman Guild.
We
What?
got to kill a Hydra. It was cool. It blood
Whoa.
hurt.
Hydras
They
here,
had,
or
they
did
had
you
a-
go out of town?
It
Oh,
was
we
in
went
the
under the
sewer.
town.
Whoa, that's weird. Well, that's good news. So that's 2.
Yeah. Do you know
Well-
where we could find the Craftsman's Guild? We know the general area that it's in, but not anything else beyond that.
Oh yeah, you'd find it over in the industrial zone. It's on the east side of town. The actual Craftsman Guild is I think near the entrance, but they move it every couple of months. But I do have a contact in the industrial area. His name is Eric. Eric
Eric.
Hammerhead.
Hammer Hand?
Yep.
Eric
He and I served together in the Kuoto. He's a smithy, master smithy who can get you an introduction. You can find him at the Burnt Forge.
Eric Hammerhand at the Burnt Forge. Got it.
Yep.
I'll turn to the group. Do you want to do that today or wait until tomorrow? I know I could use a decent rest, but I could still go if we need to.
We could probably go talk to them and then start their quest tomorrow, if they have a quest for us.
Why not rest here?
That's fine by me. We can split the spoils.
Yeah, I think there is business between each other to address.
Yeah, you guys still have your rooms here.
I would like alcohol, please, Rourke.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Do you have a specific taste in mind?
What's on the menu? What's new on the menu?
Well, I don't have anything particularly new. Not since you was here last. Got, some watered down beer and some of the hard stuff, but it's hard to get supply here in the lower city.
I will have, as you say, some of the hard stuff.
Sure. You got a specific flavor?
Apple.
Apple hard stuff.
Whatever you consider to be the best that you got.
All right. He he goes. You want the whole bottle?
It depends. What'll run me? What will it run me?
Oh, the whole bottle? 5 silver.
Some cheap Apple hard stuff.
Well, I mean, it's the lower city. They have cheap stuff and they can't afford to charge
True.
a lot for it.
I will give you 10 silver.
Oh, well, thank you kindly. He sets a. It's just a very unassuming bottle of brown liquor. Looks like it's probably whiskey of some kind. And he's like, "You need a glass?"
Um, I'll look at my companions. Are any of you guys gonna want any?
I'm okay for now.
Squibble takes them.
Of course you will.
I'm gonna pass.
2 glasses.
I like the lighter stuff.
How much did he say it was?
5 silver for the bottle.
5 silver.
Okay.
The economy here is in shambles, guys. But yeah, he hands you a couple glasses, and they're fairly clean for being such a seemingly rundown, dirty bar. I mean, he takes good care of his stuff. It's just hard to, run a business in the lower city. But everyone wants to get drunk and forget. So, bars do okay. Guess head up to your rooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my room.
Yeah.
Call it a night.
Everyone gets 261 plat, huh?
Including
Yeah.
Saizen.
Yes, that is including Taizen.
Okay.
And then the rest of the money, it's since I upscaled it all, it's all in like weird increments. So like if you ask Squib how much is left, he'll let you know. But that's like the majority of it, but the rest of it's too weird to split up between everybody. So that's like the group fund. So if
So you
anyone's
have,
like
like-
a couple, whatever.
You have some pocket change, some silver and copper and
silver,
gold
copper, a
leftover.
few gold pieces, yeah.
Did we discuss the rest of the valuables that were in the vault? We did, right? Somebody, I think, Rog took the.
Got the wand of
Ro-
magic missiles.
Wand
Yeah,
of
he's
magic
got the wand of
missile.
magic missiles. There's a wand of detection and then a wand of secrets as well.
I have no particular want for either of them, so maybe we just
We can hang on to them and
Hang
see
on to
about
them.
selling them later.
selling them, or if we come across the need of them. I mean, Wand of Secrets sounds pretty nice in certain applications. We tend to miss a lot, guys.
Yeah, that we do.
Maybe just a little bit.
I
And
doubt.
detect magic is always useful.
Yeah, I mean, I use the identifier on them, so would that appraise them as well as telling me what they do, or
I mean, yes and no.
vague appraisal? I know it'll vary based
yeah.
on the economy, but
Let me. I don't have them written down currently. I can look them up though and let you know.
it's not. Well, I mean, you would know off. It's nothing crazy, right? These aren't like extremely high level magic items, or
No, they're uncommon magical ones.
okay, so it's nothing insane. It's not like
No, they're
Okay.
not super valuable. No,
So yeah, I'd say
they
we
are very useful.
right.
but
I was
not super valuable.
Yeah, I was gonna say to the team, let's just keep them in the bag of holding as utility, and go from there.
That works for me.
All right, that works.
I'm going to give Squib a glass of I'm gonna smell the alcohol. It smells like bourbon or shitty whiskey.
Yeah. It's shitty whiskey. Yep.
Shitty whiskey. And I will.
It's like Fireball.
Is it
Hey, that shit'll get you fucked up real good
is
if
it
you drink enough of it.
bottom shelf whiskey?
It's Fireball.
The
So yes, bottom shelf whiskey.
This
So,
was
yes.
This was the second to least cheapest bottle of bourbon I could find at my local packy. So
I don't drink, so I couldn't tell you.
It's a $14 bottle of bourbon. That's not good.
Probably pretty close to the 5 silver bottle of whiskey you got.
Probably. The fuck. Oh, so I'll give him a glass. I'll sip on it, and I'm gonna ask Rourke if there's anywhere nearby or on the way to the Craftsman's Guild that could dye this cloak. And I'm gonna pull out Alfaro's robes, or pull them slightly out of my pack.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, if you're going to the Craftsman's Guild, they can do that sort of thing.
Okay, cool.
There are some very, very talented tailors.
All right.
There's Taylor Johnson, Taylor Joseph. They're very talented.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I think that's it for me, aside from sipping on some booze and maybe ruminating with Squib if he's hanging around, or if he's taking his drink to go, then so be it.
Yeah, I made Squibble hang out and drink.
I have nothing to say in particular. I just figure, not going directly to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, it's evening. I mean, if you guys want to just, like, say you got some food or something and headed up to your rooms and just kind of hanging out and plan a little bit, we'll fast forward through the night and call it a day. That's what
That
you all
works.
want to do. Okay. Yeah. So the evening passes without issue. However much of the bottle you drink, you get that equivalently fucked up. I'm assuming it probably is not great sipping whiskey.
Are you supposed to sip whiskey?
Really nice ones. Well,
a nice scotch, but yeah.
I've only had Mike's Hard Lemonade, so I don't know anything about alcohol.
The only knowledge I have is from hanging out with a bunch of degenerates who like to drink.
Yeah, if whiskey is good enough, then you can sip it nicely and smoothly. But if it's not, then you gotta.
If it's like Fireball, you shoot it.
Yeah, you
And
shoot it,
Ben, we both know that Becca was the biggest degenerate of all of us. There.
Well, yeah. Jeez. I've hung out with a lot of people who drink
There's
throughout
two
my
of
life.
us.
So yeah, long rest. Everyone gets everything back. Unless, I mean, I kind of interrupted. Did you have something else you wanted to say, Kyle?
I did not.
Okay. It's like I don't want to like be too metagamey, but Zach, you did retrieve something in a previous session that you never got identified.
Really?
Are we talking about the book or the masks?
Neither.
No, there was something at the end of a session that we were like, oh, we'll do that next session or something like that, was it? No.
It was at the start of the Huntsman's Guild.
Oh, no, that was me. That was with Alfaro's robes. That wasn't Zach.
You identified Alfaro's robes, but there
yes.
was something else.
I do not
And
remember.
I told you found it. I'm assuming you didn't write it down.
I thought I wrote everything down, but I guess I thought somebody else wrote it down. Yeah, I've just got the emeralds, the hydra teeth.
The beginning
I've
of the
just got this
Huntsman's?
Yeah, there was an assassin. And
Oh, in the
Erendia.
foyer?
Erendia
His-
searched the body and didn't find anything of value, and then Squib decided to go back and double check, and he found something of value. A magical item, not the mask.
The mask is the only thing I have written down.
Mm.
Well, then it's lost forever.
It was a cloak.
Oh.
I want to say something because you actually grabbed your first legendary item that I've given you, and no one remembered.
Squib's gonna put it on.
It's gone.
Okay.
It's gone now.
Well, no, but it's better to identify things first.
Yeah, it is.
It's a cursed
It
cloak.
is. Wouldn't be a first character I've gotten cursed.
Squib is now a toad
Wait,
who is
so-
wearing a cloak.
I'm trying to remember what exactly happened. I checked it because it was an assassin. I found nothing.
You rolled low.
Squib
on your
checked,
investigation.
and then just pocketed the thing that looked interesting into the bag of holding, something like that.
Pretty much.
That was pretty much
I'm-
it, and then he didn't
I'm
write down that
gonna
he
let it
found
go.
something.
I'm kind of dumb. I could have swore I wrote it down. I might have accidentally deleted it.
Anyway, you put it on, and you now have an item that you can see in your journal. Do you tell your teammates what you put on?
No, this will be more fun to fuck with them with it later.
Okay. All right. So now that that's out of the way, you guys have your long rest. You wake up in the morning.
Do we all, or I'll head down for
Yeah, when I head down.
for breakfast or whatnot.
Yep.
Me too.
There's simple breakfast here. He's got like bread, a couple eggs if you want them.
Is Squib down here?
Yeah, Squib would have gone down.
Do I notice that Squib is wearing a new cloak?
Yeah, Squib has fancy new cloak on.
No, actually, it's not fancy.
Well, he has cloak on.
He has a new cloak on.
What is it?
Is
What does it look like?
It is black,
Oh.
but it's black and it almost looks like it's absorbing light.
Oh.
And it seems to be made of very fine materials.
And we saw the nameless one, faceless one wearing that, right?
Does Alfaro's robes look like it's made of fine material, or just?
Oh,
looks-
absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
It's like nice silks.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Squib and say, "Hey, I was gonna get this dyed, but yours is already black. Do you want this red one?"
Is there anything special about the red one?
There is. Do you want the item description?
I mean, if you want to give me a gist of what it does.
Technically, Squib can wear it, but I don't think he gets really any benefit.
I get the +1
The
from
AC and the saving
AC.
throws, yeah.
Do you have any cantrips?
No, he doesn't. He's a barbarian.
No, yes, I do. I have the mending cantrip.
Oh, from being a kobold?
Yes, that is the only cantrip Squib has.
All right.
For his backstory, it was the only one that made sense. It's like, yeah, no, he fixes his own shit.
He fixes his boat, yep. Gust could have made sense, too.
Yeah, that one would have worked too.
Help blow your ship in the right direction when you want it to. So yeah, that's Lord Alfaro's robes.
I think those are a lot better for you than they are for me.
Okay, I just figured you save me the trouble of having to go and get this thing dyed. Yours looks very much like me.
Well, his is a robe, not a robe, a cloak. Yours is actually a outfit. You can wear both
Gown of some
technically.
sort.
His is like a cape cloak.
And what is mine like?
Full robes, like a full on like wizard's robes.
Like you pull it over your head kind of thing.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, that's fine.
Technically, you wear both. You can have like a cloak of protection and like robes or armor. The cloak goes over the armor. But anyway, you guys head out.
Squib's having
I'm
fun
down.
screwing around with the cloak, just kind of like, I am Batman kind of shit, just sneaking around. He doesn't put the thing over his head, but he's like, I'm sneaky.
Well, no time like the present, I suppose. Let's head out.
Yeah, you guys head out, heading towards where Rourke told you that the burnt forge is.
Eric Hammerhand.
Eric Hammerhand is the smithy he sent you to go find. Yeah, you come to, you travel through the dregs basically, and you get to the industrial district, which surprisingly fairly clean here compared to most of where people live. It doesn't look like a lot of people live here, but there are shops and forges and all sorts of stuff around here. Also, like you can see on the map, there's just lines of warehouses every little ways that are used to store all the stuff that the Craftsman's Guild makes. You don't see Inquisition here, but you do see some guards on patrol. But they're wearing a tabard of brown with a hammer crossed with a pickaxe of gray on the chest. Over bits of armor, some of them have like breastplates, some of them have light armor, like leather armor. But they all wear the same tabard, different kind of weapons, but they're on patrol. Groups of about 4 usually.
And the density here looks way different, right?
Yes, there's a lot fewer buildings than, but this is the industrial area. This is where the smog comes from that basically encompasses the entire Lowy city
Gotcha. Okay.
from the factories and stuff.
Looking at the factories, it just makes me think of StarCraft and supply depots, Terran supply depots. Cool.
You must build additional pylons.
You must. Additional supply depots required. Alright, cool.
Okay. You arrive at the burnt forge. The outside is pretty inconspicuous. The sign has the same symbol as the tabards. You can see it's just a hammer crossed with a pickaxe. And yeah, it looks like a forge building.
I will walk in.
Okay.
If it's open.
Yeah, it's open. And when you go in, you can feel the heat from the blast furnaces in the back. It's very warm in here. And you can see a stocky dwarf wearing a welding type helmet as he hammers on a piece of steel with a hammer that's attached at his elbow. Like he's missing his forearm, and he's got an attachment that is his blacksmithing hammer. And he's just, he's hammering on a sword as he's working on it. And he kind of turns and sees you guys come in, and he lifts up the helmet and takes it off. And he's a middle-aged dwarf, and he has short brown hair and a big brown bushy beard. And he goes, what can I do for you?
Hello. We are friends of Rourke,
Ah,
and we're looking to meet with the Craftsman's Guild.
very
And
well.
we were told you might know where they are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. How is the big guy?
From what we've seen, he's doing all right, right?
I think he's doing fine. He's employed some additional security at his bar, but aside from that, there was an attack on his life. But
Oh dear. Maybe I have to get him a visit and see how he's doing.
Yeah, it
What?
was the faceless ones. They showed up and trashed the place.
We've killed 6 of them.
Oh, well, I wouldn't go around just telling anybody that.
I still have their masks.
What? Like,
Squib smiles. He's very proud of that.
we have been warned about the masks as well. That they're
Where did I write that down? Squib, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
oh.
But they're in the bag of holding. 10, middle of the road.
Where did I write that down?
Where, oh, where do the cursed stats be?
I've got 6 cursed masks and a cursed book. It's great.
Okay. Yeah, you feel you roll a 10, right?
Yep.
Okay. You feel weird. You feel like a whisper in the back of your mind. And you look over your shoulder. There's no one there. Kind of shake it off.
All right, character number 2 going insane. Let's do it.
does Arendia notice Squib looking confused?
What's your passive perception?
15.
You notice him like glancing around, but it's kind of
Not that unusual
Uh,
for him.
not that unusual. You know he's kind of twitchy.
He's a squirrely little shit as is.
Yeah, he's kind
Gotcha.
of twitchy all the time.
Well, anyway, Rourke is doing good. He's alive. He wasn't hurt, and
Oh.
he has protection now. So,
Well, that's good to hear.
indeed.
But why do you need to talk to the Craftsman's Guild?
Can I try to glean the intent behind this question?
Sure. Roll an insight check.
God damn it.
He just seems genuinely curious.
Well, we've had business with all the guilds, and the Craftsman's Guild is just the last on the list.
Well,
We've been
I guess
we've been trying to preach a certain message to all of the guilds, and a couple of them so far have been very receptive. So just call it a proposition for the leaders of the guild.
oh, all right then. Well, I can take you over there, but you look like some able-bodied folk. I have a little bit of a problem.
Well, a friend of Rourke's is a friend of ours. What is it?
Everybody that we talk to's got goddamn problem.
It's the Walden Lower City.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it to you.
He's just being a shit.
I'm just.
He's like, well, it seems I've got a rat problem in my basement. I sent a couple wardens down there to clean them out, and they came back all beat up and bloodied and said that like there are some really big rats down there. So I don't know what to do.
Sorry.
I can't get any of my materials that are down there because it's too dangerous. If you guys could clear out my rat problem, shouldn't take you very long. I'll take you right to the Craftsman's Guild. Does that sound fair?
That sounds fair to me. Rats
Works
should be
for
no
me.
problem.
Does your word hold weight when it comes to parlaying with the guild?
Well, not so much. But I could take you to see my master.
Would you put in a positive word for us if we do this for you?
Oh, absolutely.
Very well.
Let's go kill some rats.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, well, come with me. And he goes over and you can see like there's a door, like kind of like a cellar door that looks like it leads down into a cellar type basement thing. But it's got like a bunch of shit piled on it, like heavy stuff, like just iron ingots, steel bars, like all sorts of like heavy materials. He's like, well, these giant ass rats were trying to get into the rest of the forge, so I had to put some stuff on the lid to keep them down. You guys wouldn't mind helping me clear it off? And he starts like, pulling the pieces off, and takes a few minutes if you guys help to clear all the heavy stuff off the doors.
Is this
I will help in what little ways I can. I'm not a strong
Yeah, Squibble
man.
help.
is
I
this
mean, iron ingots are like 10 pounds.
is this entirely unusual for the rodents to be such problem in this area of the lower city?
Well, not really. But usually we just send in a couple of wardens and they can clear them out. But like I said, this time they came back and said that they were attacked by some real big rodents, and so I just kind of left them down there. Didn't know really what to do.
Other than the rodents, is there anything we should be careful of down there?
Well, there's some
Because
weapons
I
and
like
stuff that are stored down there, but I don't know what you mean.
I like to use this, and I'll pull out the flame tongue and go. Do I need to be careful with this down there?
Well, the shelves are made out of shelves down there are made out of wood, but I would try not to hit those.
Sweet.
Other than that, it's all stone down there, which
And
I realize that I made the map and it's not stone. So, oops, it's all stone.
And are we going into like a sewer sort of situation, or just a storeroom for your wares here?
Well, it's just a storeroom, but it's got all my crafting materials down there, and can't continue making stuff if I don't get them.
Is it possible that if we do this for you, not only will you bring us to the guild, but maybe we could have an agreement about things that we may need crafted or altered?
Oh, sure, I could help you make something.
Fantastic. Let's go kill some rodents that are definitely not just rodents. Go ahead, Franz.
Squib's gonna light up his sword and head on down.
Yeah,
He's excited to start swinging.
Pull out my bow.
Okay. Yeah, you head down into the basement. You get down there and you can see there's just crates all over the place, and there's like kind of a walkway that leads through, and you kind of walk to the end and you kind of peek around and you see it's kind of like it turns, and you notice that the shelves are placed in a way where it's basically like an S throughout this basement. Are you guys trying to be stealthy?
I am.
Okay.
Do it.
Need you guys to roll a stealth check, please.
Do you guys want me to use something before we start this?
Passing without traces?
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't, right? All right, let's do it. I
How
will
many spell
cast.
slots do you have?
Well, we just took a nap, but I have 3 level 2.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast that for us.
Okay. Yep. Pass without traces up, so you guys get plus 10 to those rolls.
Let me roll.
Squib got the lowest.
Yeah, well, Squib has something that could have helped.
Hey, that's a surprise for later.
What is this, Mickey Mouse?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you guys feel pretty sneaky heading down in the basement, and you're traveling through this and then the shelves are they're just loaded with all sorts of crafting materials. Like there's like leathers for handles, like steel and iron ingots. You see some weapon racks that just have weapons sticking out of them along the walls. And you get down to the end, and you kind of turn the corner, and you see in the back here destroyed like crates, and there's a giant crate in the ground that's just been torn up and through, like it led down somewhere and something came through it, something big. And as you turn the corner, you can see in the back corner there's something large moving in a nest.
That's not a
And
rat. That's
that
not
is
even a
not a rat.
rodent.
And as you kind of like look closer, you see a snake-like creature, and it turns its head towards you, and it has 4 octopus-like tentacles that frame a large beaked mouth, and it lets out a hideous screech. And I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Holy, I gotta zoom in for this.
Oops. God damn it.
Oh man.
What in oblivion is that?
Okay. So first is Wolf. You see this large creature that seems to be like on a nest of some sort.
I mean, shoot. I don't know what I want to do with it. So are
Probably
these,
shoot.
are these walls? What are these? Are walls? I can't even paint.
These are the
Yeah, these
shelves,
things.
the large shelves that are
So I can
loaded with
see
stuff.
over it though. Can I
No,
see
it's
over?
no, they're
No.
up to
Okay.
the ceiling.
Okay, makes sense. All right, then I'm going to.
Like think like a storeroom where the shelves are from the roof to the base, and they're just got stuff on them, so it's basically like a wall.
Yeah, but we can see over these crates.
Yeah, the crates are for you about waist high.
Okay, that's perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna hide behind this crate right here.
Okay.
I'm going to use Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
And then I am going to shoot him twice with my musket.
Okay. You don't have bless currently.
Oh, true. Let me take that off. I don't like.
But both
you,
attacks hit
you
for
want me to
sure.
take it off?
Yeah, just turn it off.
I mean, do you want me to reroll?
No, I'll just do it without the bless number next to it.
Okay. Oh,
But
true.
just uncheck the bless attack modifier box or whatever, so it
Yeah.
doesn't just keep coming up. So 16 for the first shot. Second one is 18, and then you roll your extra damage.
Did they both hit?
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
And I believe that's all I can do.
Okay, yeah, you just this loud blast, and the creature screeches as the bullets just pierce its body. And now it's Rog's turn.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Where's my button? There it is. 21.
21 hits
8 damage.
for 8 points of damage.
I will inspire Squib.
You fire off your bow, and then like you've got your harp like on your hip, and you just play this nice little tune with the like tip of your bow. And Squib's like, "Oh man, what a lovely melody!"
Reminds me
Sounds-
of when we were in the sewer.
Yeah, sounds familiar, doesn't it?
It's weird that that thing plays itself sometimes.
It really is, yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. it's
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move back a bit.
their turn. From all the screeching and all the noise, you hear,
And
it just, like,
eat shit, Rug.
it screeches as it comes out of the hole, and sees Rog, and is going to
Oh,
take a bite out of crime.
oh
He
no!
he said they, and I was like, wait, they?
Wait, there's 2 now?
Yeah, there's
this
one
just came
behind
out of
us.
the vent.
I'm calling. I'm calling a group meeting that Grick vented.
Yeah, it did. Okay, it's going to attack you with its tail. 23 to hit. Why? Come on.
Yep.
My damage should just automatically be on. What's the average damage? Because that's just what I do when it doesn't roll it. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And it's gonna try to swing its tentacles out at you. 14 to hit?
That misses.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't think so. Okay.
Why did I roll? I didn't.
You rolled initiative.
Good job.
This one. What's its movement speed? Where are you? Okay. Well, it wants to get to Wolf, so Arendia's in his way, so it's going to try to hit Arendia with its tail. 18 to hit.
Ouch.
12 points of bludgeoning damage. It's going to swing its tentacles out at you. Also 18 to hit
Ouch.
for 21 points of slashing, and like because it like wraps its tentacles around your arms and like it's slashing damage. I guess it slashes you with its tentacles.
The
Yeah,
tentacles have teeth, probably.
Yeah, and then because it hit you with its tentacles successfully, it tries to bite you. 23 to hit for 14 points of piercing damage.
After the first hit, I'm gonna cast Shield. Is that okay? Or is it too late for that?
It's a little late for that.
Well, after, yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
If you zoom in on the pictures of the thing on the Gricks, at the
They have,
end of
like,
their
spikes on
tentacles,
the
they've
end.
got the little spikes on there.
Yeah.
All right.
Gricks are gross.
That's their turn. So now it's Squib's turn.
I'll be quicker next time with my shield
Squib,
call.
Squib would like to rage.
Well, I also kind of assumed that since the first 18 you said hit, if it was within your shield range, you should just use it because it doesn't go away until your next turn.
Yeah, I fucked up. I've never actually used it before. So you were into the second hit, and I was like, oh, I could shield.
Sorry,
No, it's my fault for not reacting accordingly.
Squib has a 15-foot aura of difficult terrain
Okay.
as flowers emerge from the ground, and
Okay. You're like, and your magic just manifests these like flowers, and they've got like little like biting ends on the end of the flowers that are just like, and then they like gnaw at things and cause it to like walk around and be tough to move through them. They're like not strong enough to like damage you, but they slow you down.
And then Squib would like to swing at this man's.
Okay. You mean this wool man's?
Whatever it is. This soon to be dead thing.
Yeah, 20 hits for sure. For 20 points of damage. 23 to hit, yeah. So your first slice, you slice off a couple of its tentacles, and it like rears back and screeches, and then you just slam your sword up through its mouth and through the top of its skull, and its snake-like body just goes limp, and you pull your sword out as it sloughs off and collapses to the ground. The other one just screeches out in anger as you kill its bait, its mate.
Alright, and now I will use the rest of my movement.
Do the flowers affect everybody around you, or just enemies?
It is everybody but me.
Okay.
It is difficult terrain that follows me around.
Okay. All right, so it's Arandia's turn. So you start your turn kind of in a little bit of flower patch that is a little annoying under your ankles, but you're just on the edge of it, so...
I'm going to say, ouch, that hurt a lot. And I'm going to Wand of Wonder the other one that I can see.
Yay for Wand of Wonder!
A 3, huh?
That sounds terrifying.
Wand of Wonder.
I cast Slow on it.
Okay. That's a wisdom saving throw.
Slow, you say?
Is it my DC or is it the wand's DC?
I think
The wand
it's
says
all
it's
the
15.
same.
Okay.
If the effect causes you to cast a spell from the wand, the spell save DC is 15.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the wand's DC.
So it's
It
slowed.
it definitely fails, so it is slowed for sure.
I'm running the fuck.
Huzzah.
Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm gonna stand right here next to Sizan, and
Oh, I didn't even roll Sizan's turn.
that's gonna end my turn.
Okay.
Sizan's just waiting for Wolf to shoot somebody.
Sizan just watched me get. But this is the most hurt I've been in a fight, I think, in like a year.
You got ripped apart. Gricks are no joke.
Grick's hurt.
They don't have a lot of health, but they do a lot of damage. All right, so he's going to. We're just going to say it's Sizan's turn at the end of the round, because this thing probably won't last another whole round. He's going to cast. He's just going to upcast Cure Wounds. Cure Wounds. Level 2 for you. You get 16 health.
Cool.
As he reaches over and just like calls upon, I don't even know what deity he prays to. I do. I just don't remember.
Well, he's a
Jesus.
fallen Aasimar, right? Or what?
Yeah, but his god like spoke to you through. I'd have to go look it up. I didn't write it on his character sheet. Anyway, whatever god he prays to, I know it's there. And he heals you for 16. Okay, and that's going to be his turn.
Cool.
So it's Wolf's turn again.
Nice. Sorry. Now that I see he got closer, I'm going to back up.
But I mean, you also see that he's like its movement has become sluggish, and the tentacles aren't like whipping quickly. You recognize this from what Rog did to that Hydra.
Okay, I like that. I like that. All right, I'm going to move.
You're in difficult terrain right now. The flowers are just biting your ankles and being annoying.
All right, I am going to click clack my boots, and
Does that make it so you're not affected by difficult terrain?
well,
Plug
no,
the heater in.
If it doubles his movement, then I mean he could probably still run
Yeah,
really far
I think
away.
it just doubles his speed, but that's still going to be more than enough.
True. Yeah, it just doubles my speed. All right. So I'm just gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna go there.
Oh,
Was that
darn.
10,
It wasn't close enough to grab you.
And then I am going. I'm just gonna shoot it twice. I seen that everyone's kind of been hurting it.
Okay. Do you want to use your bonus action first? Well,
No, I'm just gonna shoot him.
okay. Well, the 15. You still have bless on. No, that's the ring of power. Sorry, never mind. The first one misses for sure. The second one does hit for 18.
And then boom, 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 boom.
You don't get that because I asked you if you wanted to use your bonus action first.
No, but my hunter's mark's already on there.
No, your hunter's mark was on the one that died.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
haven't
move
moved it.
That's why I asked if you wanted to use your bonus action to move
You're
it,
right.
and
I
you were like,
know.
"No, I'm good." I was like,
I
"Okay,
didn't even think of it. Yeah, you're right.
it's all right. You're tired." I offered, and you said no, so I was like,
I know. I didn't even register. But yeah. Okay. So that was my turn.
"Okay." It's Rock's turn.
So it's slowed,
It is slowed, yes.
and with my experience with the spell, I know it doesn't have a reaction.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a good few steps back.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot my bow at it using my sharpshooter feat.
Okay.
So -5 to
-5
hit.
to hit for do extra 10 damage.
Well, that sucks.
Well, you definitely miss.
that would have been so cool. Oh dear.
And you're just like, you sight down and it's kind of like slowed, but it's still very agile, and the arrow just misses its writhing, annoying body.
Well, can't win them all. That's my turn.
Okay. Its turn. Well, I'd say that Wolf is the most annoying for him right now, but Squib's the closest.
That and Squib did murder its
Yeah,
honey
you
punch's boats.
did kill its mate. So yeah, it gets one attack. We'll go with the one that does the most damage. How about this one? 10 to hit.
No.
Okay. That's it for its turn. It gets to make another wisdom saving throw to break out of the slow, but I doubt it lasts long. Nope, it doesn't even make it anyway. Still slowed.
Squib will laugh at it.
Okay, Squib's turn.
Use his bonus action to let out a fierce little kobold cry. Everyone will have advantage to hit it until the end of my next turn, and he'll start swinging.
Oh, yeah. With a crit. All right, so 23 plus 18 is 41, plus 3 is 44. Not quite dead on the first hit. The 19 does hit for 19 points of damage. Okay, well, yeah. So you just again, you sever two tentacles, and this time you just lop its head clean off. Or if you want to describe it cooler than that, then by all means.
That works.
Okay. Yep. And the rodent problem is done.
I would like to investigate the corpses.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to retrieve my arrows.
Okay.
I want to check out this hole.
Okay. We'll start with who went first. So, Arendia, investigate the corpses. You find a couple of dead Grick alphas.
Oh. I now
Rob,
know
you
what
wanted to
Grick alphas are.
recover your arrows. You fired what, 2? 3?
Yeah.
Okay. You recover 1. And Squib wants to check out the hole, so give me an investigation check for the hole.
Sweet.
Natural 20. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to see. It's kind of like you can tell that it leads down into the sewer from like up here, the same kind of sewer area you were before, but in a different part of the city. You're a couple hundred feet up, but you can see far enough down. Well, actually, your dark vision only goes 60 feet, so you can see 60 feet down into the tunnel of this sewer pipe that goes down.
Yeah, he'll just kind of look back and be like, hey, maybe we should ask the Huntsman Guild if these things are normally in the sewers. Has anybody checked out the nest yet?
Yeah, there's nothing over there.
Well,
Wait.
return in that
I
case.
think Squib already doesn't trust my ability to check things, considering what happened with the assassin. So I don't think it would be beyond his character's knowledge to be like, maybe I'll go take a look too.
Yeah, Squib's gonna dig through the of the Grick nest.
Okay. Roll another investigation check. 9.
Damn.
You find there are 4 unbroken eggs. But there are also 4 broken eggs where you can see that half-grown baby gricks died when they got broken.
Guys, we can have 4 pets.
Ooh.
Maybe
Or
we
4
should...
omelets. Maybe we should give this to the Huntsman's Guild, see if they want these.
Let's try and
They
sell
wouldn't know
them
what to do with them.
We could sell them and make more money.
to the Huntsman's Guild.
Yeah, Squib will scoop them up.
Roll a. Let's go sleight of hand. See how well you don't break them. 17, you're fine. Do you just put them in the bag of holding?
I mean, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Just slip them in there. They should be fine, right?
Leave me alone.
Should be, yeah. You would think.
We will look in the fucking morning.
He's gonna take out his
Continue what you
fish
want me to do.
masher and he's gonna make sure that the dead ones are extra dead.
Okay. I mean, you cut one's head off and then stabbed your sword through the brain of the other one.
Oh no, I was talking about the baby ones.
Oh, the baby ones? Yeah, sure.
he's gonna go Gallagher on the babies.
I don't know why
So you're just gonna smash the baby corpses?
Yeah, just to make sure that they're dead.
Yeah, I mean they're unmoving, prone targets, so I'm not even gonna make you roll to smash them. But yeah, you just squish them into. They're like this big.
And now they are jam.
They definitely were not even like halfway formed.
That's unsettling.
Pro-choice.
Ew. Alright, well, let's go collect our reward, I guess.
Yeah, you head back upstairs, and Eric's standing there, and he's like, "Oh, well, that didn't take very long. Are you? I assume you were successful."
Those weren't rats.
Yeah, not quite rats, my friend.
Yeah, I'm
What?
not sure what
What
you
were
could
they?
have done.
Let's.
Do we know what those are? Like, I know what those are, but would
Zach
Squib
knows
know
what
a
they
Grick-
are, but Squib.
But does Squib know what a Grick is?
Let's see, where do Gricks hang out?
Apparently in the basement of forges.
Let's see, Squib can roll a history check. Erendia can roll a history check. But that's it.
I don't know shit.
Squib rolled a 15. Are you trained in history? What the heck?
Yes, I am. I'm proficient in history.
All right, so yeah, you know that Gricks these are Gricks, and you know that from where they live, sometimes they could be found in the sewers of a city because they like wet, cavernous places.
Yeah, he'll let him know that. Yeah, no, there's a couple Gricks down there. They had a nest. You're gonna need to fix your grate that leads down to the sewer. You might want to reinforce that a lot.
Well, that's something I can do. Well, thanks, guys. So Gricks, huh? I don't even know what that is. But
Oh, you got 2 dead ones downstairs that you can go look at.
There's some corpses for you to investigate.
Well, I guess I'll go take a look when I go down there. But he's like, I don't got much. He's like, here, I've got this is a bag of 200 gold. I hope that's helpful.
It's. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn for my friends here, but keep your gold. Use the money to reinforce your great. Make other wares. We just really need a good contact with the Craftsman's Guild. And
Oh well.
could you dye this robe for me, or do you know someone who could?
That's not something that I really do. I work with metal. But yeah, there's people around that could do that. You're just looking to get the color changed.
Yeah, just black.
Yeah, sure. I can. We could stop by a place. I was gonna take you to go see my master anyway. Could stop by a place on the way if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. My friends here might want your money, but I don't. I would just like a good contact with the guild. But feel free to overrule me, you guys.
I mean, I'm fine with the guild thing. That sounds more profitable than just this.
I mean, you've noticed that like he doesn't seem to have a lot of material wealth. Like the 200 gold was what he had, but downstairs, just a plethora of materials. Like all of his money is tied up in his business. Like this is a valuable business, but he doesn't have a lot of loose capital on hand.
So not taking his money make him more amenable to giving us services using his many goods.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rog,
all right,
Wolf.
well,
I'm down for either or. They both seem like it'd be nice. They can help us.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you.
all right. Yeah, he's like, well, thanks for taking care of that problem, and I'll we'll head out, and I'll take you where you want to go, and we'll yeah, you guys ready to go now?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. He takes off his apron, his welding mask. He like takes off his hammer hand or his forge hammer hand and just puts on like a more of like a warhammer hand attachment. That's just like a weapon attachment rather than his blacksmithing hammer. He's like, well, all right, let's go. Yeah. So along the way, you reach a building that's made of wood in this area, which is kind of strange. It has a sign with a what did I say that their sign was? It is a spool of thread, and you can see a couple of like crochet needles crossed across in front of it. He's like, well, they could. This is one of our tailors here in the Craftsman's Guild. They could probably take care of that robe you wanted dyed.
I will go in.
Okay. You see a bunch of seamstresses. They're kind of like, it's kind of like your old fashioned. There's just a bunch of like desks with sewing machines, but they're just sewing things. There's a table and a little elvish lady, we'll say, standing there, and she's reading a book, and she's wearing glasses, and she's like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah. I was told that this might be a place for some tailor alterations to be done.
Hmm. And who told you this?
No chance that I remember his name. The guy with the hammer.
Forge hammer?
The guy with the hammer
Not
for a
Forge
hand.
Hammer hand.
The guy with
the
his last name is literally Hammerhand.
the guy with the hammer for a
Hey.
hand.
She's like, "Oh, Eric. Well, yes, that's something we could do if he's the one who sent you here."
Yes, I've just recently met him, and he's actually just outside, and said that we should come in and maybe talk to you.
Yes, what would you like us to do for you?
So I have these robes here, and I'll present them.
The brilliant crimson robes. Yep.
Yep. I'd like them to be black with like red filigree, subtly.
That's easy enough. You could give us about a day. We'll take care of it for you.
You guys wouldn't happen to be enchanters back there, would you?
Oh no, not here.
Nope, just tailors.
We just make the clothing.
Very good. Do you know if there are any enchanters in this part of the lower city?
It's not a part of the Craftsman's Guild.
Okay, very well. What do I owe you?
Oh, as a favor for Eric, you don't owe us anything.
Well, I would. Is there any way to have it done sooner than a day, and perhaps I could pay you for the services in that case?
Well, the dye will take some time to dry. That is why it takes a day.
Very well. I will pay you anyways. What would your typical rate be?
Well, we don't really usually sell from here. Put it at a gold.
Very well. Due on receipt?
Oh, sure, of course. Yes.
Okay. I will. I'll pay you when I pick it up.
I thought you said, "Do you want a receipt?" And I was like, "Why are you offering her a receipt?"
Yeah, that's what I heard
took me
too.
a second. I was like, "No, due on receipt. Got it." Okay.
I shipped too many things. Okay, I'll leave them with her. I will say, these mean a lot to me, so please, be careful to keep track of them.
Getting them dyed makes them lose the enchantment.
I already told him it wouldn't. So
I was just being a shit.
I was gonna say it's very possible, and my Arendia would be like, I'm not wearing this red robe, so.
you literally asked me if you could, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you can." The color doesn't matter. It's not part of the enchantment.
Only
It's just-
red robes can be
Alvaro,
enchanted.
he liked his crimson.
Asshole.
Okay. Yeah, he was kind of an asshole. Yes. Terrible human.
Squib, did you want anything in here?
Well, it's not actually a shop.
Did you want to do? Did you have any reason for following me in here?
I just wanted to see what was inside. This place looks like it would burn really good. And then Squib will just wander outside.
I was gonna say I'll pull him out the door. Place looks like it would burn well.
I shouldn't be in here. This place looks very, very burn.
He's playing homage to his other character who tried to burn down a restaurant.
It was great.
Very well.
Well, and so you get back outside, and Eric's like, "Oh, well, did you get everything you needed?"
Yeah, they were very helpful.
Great. All right, let's go talk to my master. And as you're traveling through the city, Eric is kind of just chit chatting with you guys. And he tells you, well, the Craftsman's Guild's been falling into some tough times over the last couple of years. People keep leaving the city. And by people, I mean non-humans, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
We know.
We've heard that life in Sevicern or Boergenth is just better.
Not now. It's not.
Not anymore.
Yeah, do we tell him?
Everyone there is not doing good at being alive anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's terrible to hear.
There's no one left.
There's been a lot happening around Boergenth in the last 5 or 6 months. Would you care to know some of it?
But sure, if you think it's important information.
I think these are things best discussed not on the open street. And I would also recommend talking to Rourke about it, or if possible, coming with us to the Craftsman's Guild.
He's taking you to the he's taking you to Master Darius. He's like, oh, well, I probably will go with you.
Then you will learn all that we know in time.
Fair enough.
No time like the present. So what happened was
Yes, silence. I don't have silence, but if I did,
oh, silence is great for shutting down spellcasters.
yep. Is that a bard spell?
I think they can take it.
I believe so.
It is. I just didn't take it.
I mean, he goes in a little bit more detail. He's like, well, the guild we're overworked, and we're underpaid because the people of the upper city they think our goods are inferior.
Well, you may find what we have to say to the rest of the people around this quarter very interesting.
Well, if you're here for change, I'm all for it.
I love change.
Me too, Jingle's gold pouch.
Don't do that.
I'm not.
We're in the lower city.
I'm not sure if you've seen, but much like yourself, I don't think I'm very welcome beyond the gate.
Well, everybody in your little group.
Is that a poke at my size?
Yes.
I mean, Wolf is also. You're all short except for Sizan.
Hey, short.
Hey man, I'm over
I
6
feel
foot.
like I'm tall.
Are you? I thought you character sheet said like 5'10".
Me? No, I'm 6'1".
5'10's not short.
It is in D&D.
But I know Sizan's like
IRL.
7'5".
He's not that tall.
No.
He's like 6'6", I think.
Okay.
Can't remember what I wrote down.
And then my characters are either one extreme or the other. They're really tall or really short, no in between.
Yep. Squib is 2'7". Wolf is like 4'3".
4'8".
No, Squib's 2 foot.
Rog's like
2 foot, 25
5'9",
pounds.
something like that. But when you've got creatures like Minotaurs and Goliaths and all these other beings that are big, like orcs and stuff, 5'10" is kind of short for people in D&D.
I mean,
Anyway.
even in real life, if you're not 6 foot, you're basically a midget.
Apparently. But yeah, you eventually come upon the outside of a building. It's a while Eric's smithy was very dwarven, you could just see like that it was made by a dwarf. This one, while still mostly stone, it's very sleek and smooth. And he goes, this is my master's forge, Master Darius Hesterol.
Does that name sound familiar? Because it does to me.
Is he a dragonkin? Dragonborn?
No, he's he's very similar to you. He's a drow.
I swear I've heard that name before.
Well, Hisserin was
Yeah, I'm not thinking of Hisserin.
No.
No.
Hetris was the one that's in my story.
That's probably what I'm thinking of.
And this is Hestern?
Darius Hesterol.
Hesterol, sorry.
I typed it in chat so you can see how it's spelled.
Would I recognize the Did you say there's like arachnid details
For what?
on the exterior of this forge?
No, it's just very sleek and elven, but
Sleek
made
and
out of
elven.
stone.
Okay. But not necessarily Undercity E.
Not particularly. I mean, obviously, being a drow, he has appreciation for stonework.
Right.
And that's him, but like, it looks like it belongs here. Just a
Gotcha.
stone building.
Gotcha.
And he leads you inside, and he kind of after you guys get through the door, Eric stops for a moment. He goes, "Well, the forges are silent. That's odd." And he goes to like walk around the counter, and as you approach the counter, the smell of blood is overpowering.
Squib's gonna whip out his sword and flip up his hood.
Yeah, I'll pull out my bow.
I pull out my gun.
So are you using that item I gave you?
Yes.
Okay, you guys notice as Squib vanishes from sight.
Ooh. What the?
Sneaky kobold.
All right. Well, he'll turn up eventually. Eric, be careful.
And he he's got his warhammer hand, and he just like sneaks around, and the rest of you, like Arendia and Rog, can see over the counter. Wolf's a little, probably can't like see over it very well. The sight is disturbing, to say the least. There was a humanoid of some kind who had been manning the counter, but their body has been eviscerated, and basically there's blood everywhere. Just all over the back wall, all over the front of the counter. Whoever this was just got destroyed, shredded to pieces. And Eric kind of like puts his hand over his nose and almost coughs up his lunch. He's like, "Oh, it's terrible." Oh. And he starts to move deeper into the forge. Do you guys follow?
Yes.
Yes.
Squib will.
Okay.
Nobody will know.
Are you trying to be sneaky?
Yes, Squib will try and be sneaky.
Roll a stealth check with advantage.
And I'm casting mage armor.
Motherfucker.
Okay. 10.
We all know where you are.
Yeah, all your teammates know exactly where you are. Like, he's just like running into shit. He's invisible, but like you guys are like, you can
His feet
tell
are
where he's
squeaking
at
like
because he just keeps
SpongeBob.
hitting everything.
Oh my god.
Bing, bing, bong.
God, how do these assholes do this? It's fucking hard.
Well, we found. That's...
Well, you can hear Squib get angry in the corner.
Quiet down, Squib.
But
Tell your musical instruments that.
as you guys
Rog has an aneurysm.
you guys sneak closer, and you can hear voices coming from ahead.
What are they saying?
It's muffled right now. You can't really tell. You'd have to get closer.
Is there
Let's
a
sneak closer.
doorway or anything, or is it a open hallway? There is a door.
You're in a hallway to a doorway that is at the end of. It's like an L tunnel.
Is the
that
door
leads-
closed?
No, it's open.
So it's an L tunnel. Are we on the short end?
Okay, it's more like an I tunnel, just a straight tunnel that has a doorway at the end of it.
I would
Oh.
like to sneak.
Go ahead and roll stealth checks for the people who want to be sneaky.
I will, but also you said the door is open. Can I see anything beyond it?
For fuck's sake.
No. So you guys are going down a hallway this way. At the end of the hallway is a door on the left. A doorway on the left.
Okay.
Okay.
I see.
25 for Rog. Jeez.
19, baby.
I rolled an 11 with advantage.
I
That's
rolled
all right.
5
Squib rolled a
with
5
advantage.
with advantage. So
That's
Squib
impressive.
is kind of being really loud. You all think you're sneaky. And you guys approaching the doorway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we're
Okay.
creeping down the hallway.
Creeping down the hallway, up against the wall. You get closer. Does somebody peek around the corner?
Does
I
I'm just
will.
the
gonna
talk?
listen.
Yeah, does the talking continue?
Yep.
With no pauses or anything as we approach?
Nope.
Squibble peek.
How
Okay.
many voices does it sound like?
I'm just gonna stop and listen.
I mean, if Squib's gonna peek no matter what happens,
Squib,
so let
Squib,
Squib
Squib
peek.
peeks
Oh,
around the corner,
Squid's invisible.
So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. But
but his stealth was still a 5.
yeah, he's not.
Squib's
God
like,
damn, he's not a stealthy boy.
and you see a scene of carnage. Much like the guy who was behind the counter, there are a bunch of just obliterated, splattered bodies all throughout this forge. And you can see an older drow gentleman kneeling at the top of some stairs near the forge. And standing about 20 feet away from him, you recognize the back of the demon lord, Grass.
fucking grass.
And he
shit.
is standing there holding a female, and she definitely half drow, but she's kind of stocky, so it looks like she might be half drow, half dwarf. And she's like struggling, holding, like clawing at his wrist and trying to like kick him while he's holding her. And you hear, you hear Grosden, he says, "You will make me the weapon. I do not care about the rest of these fools. But if you care for your daughter, you will do what I command." And you see Darius is just like sitting there, and he's sweating because it's hot in this forge, and he's just like, "You have killed my assistants. How do you expect me to complete your weapon?" And Graz just kind of chuckles. He's like, "Find more. Consider this motivation," as he holds out his, what you presume is Master Darius' daughter. And a portal appears behind Grazd, and he steps backwards through it and disappears, while still holding that drow dwarven female.
So she's gone too.
Yep.
That guy's
And-
kind of a prick.
And you see Darius is like sitting there for a moment, and he just looks troubled. And then he glances towards the doorway and says, "You can come in."
Squibble walk in.
I will walk in as well.
Eric follows you guys in, and he rushes over to Master Darius' side. As you approach, he stands up, and he's wearing sleeveless brown leather jerkin with black leather pants. His boots are scuffed like work boots. He's also wearing an apron that denotes that like he's a forge master, and it's loaded with all sorts of tools and stuff. And his arms are pretty sinewy from years of working at the forge. His hair is purple but with streaks of gray from age, and it's put up in a ponytail. But he's been working all day, so some strands have gotten loose, and they're all over, like attached to his sweaty face. His face is lined with plenty of lines that show he has smiled a lot in his life. Although currently his face is sad and his eyes are sad and solemn.
How old would I deduce he is?
How old would you deduce he is?
Yeah.
Somewhere probably in his 700s.
Okay. Right.
Just based on what you know about elves.
Squib's gonna go, what was that thing that took that other person? That guy looks like a dick.
To Master Darius?
Yeah.
Haven't you met him? You were
Yes,
with us,
Squib,
right?
Squib has.
Okay.
And he goes, "Well, that was a demon lord. Goes by the name of Grozd. and he wanted
He's
me to make
kind-
him a weapon.
He seems like a dick.
Very much so, yes. I think he chose me because, well, the Drow were created in his image many years ago.
That's troubling.
Ah, hello, friend.
Hello.
Where do you hail from?
I know this. But I don't have it written down. I know where I'm from.
I thought it was gonna be a faceless one or something. Not quite that guy.
Wait.
Squib's gonna. I thought that's what caused all the carnage was a faceless one.
Oh,
But Squib's gonna flip the hood down.
okay. You reappear.
I'm from that place. I know, you're not going to do it for me.
I don't remember it off the top of my head. I have it written down.
I know, I'm going through my dreams. I know it's in here somewhere.
It's not super important. We'll
I'm
just say that you.
I'm from that place where I'm from.
And he's like, ah, interesting. I have lived here my whole life.
Rusenvia. I am from Rusenvia.
Ah, the Drow capital city. Indeed.
Yes, but I don't know much. I don't remember much of it, but
Well, it's still surprising to see someone from there out here in the open normal world.
It's been quite the adventure. Do you know anyone from besides me? From
No,
Rusenvia?
I've never met anybody who has come from the city, but there are Drow here in the city
Do you
that
know
have
of
lived here.
that have lived here, but you don't know if any of them have come from below?
I do not believe I have not spoken to any that have actually come from the Underdark. They all were born here and have been raised here on the surface.
Very well.
But you must have interesting stories, but that will be for another time. Right now, I'm in a little bit of a predicament.
Yeah, what weapon is he speaking of that he wants, or what he asked you to craft something?
Yes,
It's a gauntlet.
I knew you were going to say that.
A yellow one.
No, not
He
quite.
needs 5
He needs
stones.
Stormbreaker.
He needs. He wants me to forge him a weapon of pure evil. He wants a weapon that will be able to allow him to cut tears in reality and open portals into the nine hells to summon forth the demonic armies. Also, the way he wants it made, it would allow him to use it as a sort of a divining rod to point him towards the chaos crystals to further strengthen his army and allow him to take over this realm.
Why
Can
would
you
he?
make something like that?
Yeah, why would he think that you would have the ability to do all of these things?
I would be capable of doing these things, but
How have you acquired this knowledge?
it is knowledge that is transferred to the Grand Masters of the Craftsman's Guild when they become the Grand Master of their area of expertise. There are 5 Grand Masters of the Craftsman's Guild, but there are countless masters who have reached that level. But I have absorbed the knowledge of all the Grandmasters who have gone before me.
And he's come to you because I imagine you're the only drow that is a grandmaster here?
That would be correct, yes.
Do you feel any sort of allegiance to him?
Absolutely not. My daughter's life may be in peril, but I only told him that I would make it to perhaps stall him and give us some. Who rolling things? What are you trying to do?
Perception. See if he seems genuine.
You mean an insight check?
On the inside.
Oh, okay. I'm much worse at those. He seems super genuine.
I mean, he seems pretty genuine.
Perfect. This guy is 100% legit, guys. Nothing to worry about. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. Just be like, I want to see if he's telling the truth whenever you want to do that, and I'll tell you to roll an insight check. But he's like, I could not live with myself if I created this weapon, and then the demons just destroyed the realm anyway. Even if my daughter, if it were to save my daughter, what world would she live in?
A really shitty one.
We've asked ourselves, or at least a few of us have asked ourselves, what world will remain a few times over the last couple of months. Why not again?
Real quick, our objective from Benjamin was to find the Chaos Crystals, right? Not to destroy them?
Nope. Can't be destroyed.
Just to find them.
Yep.
Okay.
Find them so they can be protected by the Celestials. Because they were created by the sacrifice of a good god and a bad god. They can't just be destroyed.
I like the way you're thinking, Rog.
I'm just thinking whether or not we can even trust this guy with that info.
Well, we just learned that this dude might be able to make something that can be a lightning rod for chaos crystals. That's yeah. But Arendia didn't think of that, so he's gonna keep.
I don't even know if Rog would. But...
He's gonna keep asking stupid questions of this drow because every time he finds a drow, he just talks stupid for 10 minutes.
I feel like the chaos crystals would be a big enough trigger word for us. That
absolutely, you could think about that. Yeah,
okay.
You'd be like, oh man, this guy could make us something that could help us find them. Hell yeah! Like your character, that's not metagaming. That's just your character going, huh? That would be useful. You don't even have to roll for it. Like you're just playing your character because they know about the chaos crystals, and then this guy said, "Hey, I can make a divining rod for crystals." So,
and there's 4 crystals, right?
Yep, 4 total.
Okay. We've seen 2.
You've seen 2.
One is already taken care of. The other says it's taken care of, but we don't know for sure.
One is
taken care of with an asterisk.
Yeah, could be considered safe. You don't know exactly how powerful the demon lords are, and if they could just kill a Leviathan without trying very hard.
Great, now we have to go find that one again.
Yeah. Well, yes, you probably needed to find it again anyway.
Yeah. He's probably really, really mobile. Although he did say the river was his domain, so you probably wouldn't go in the ocean. We just have to find him on the river, but it's a huge river. Anyway.
Although, it is a sentient creature, right?
Yep.
I have sending. I now know.
You could message
I could
him,
sending this thing. Anyways, that's getting way off track. Okay.
I need to make like a freaking Word document that just has all the important names of everything in the realm, so I don't have to go try to remember what they are.
When I'm like, hey, I wanna sending that Leviathan we talked to that one time, you'll be like, motherfucker,
what's his name? I forget what it is. I have it. It's in here somewhere.
What's his name? What's his accent? What?
Well, he spoke with his mind, so it was more like your interpretation of what his voice would sound like
Hmm.
in your head.
Sure.
I'm just a lovely Leviathan.
Well, he's probably not dwarven. But anyway, he's like, well, what can I do for you gentlemen that are obviously here with one of my apprentices?
Well, I feel bad coming to you with a request after what we just witnessed.
Oh, yes, I will need to go before the take it to the other master craftsman, and we can discuss. But yes, that is for later, I suppose. But obviously, Eric brought you here. What can I do for you?
It does
Well-
seem seemingly unimportant considering we just witnessed your loved one be kidnapped, but maybe all of these things are connected in some way, or can be.
Oh, you think the demon lord is connected to why you're here?
There's a chance. I don't know how good of a chance, but it's not zero.
Well, in that case, well, why don't I have Eric take you to the Craftsman's Guild? I will need him to call a Senate meeting on my behalf, but I must remain here for a little while and get some at least some wardens to take care of the remains of my assistants before I head to the Craftsman's Guild. So, Eric, if you would please guide them there and call an emergency meeting of the Senate for me, please. It's like, I can do that. Does that work for you, gentlemen?
Do you
Yeah, that's
do you plan on starting
Yeah.
on Grass's request?
Yes, that would be the first thing that I bring up with the Senate. Yes,
Or you want to discuss with them before you make any move? Okay.
yes.
All right. Fair enough.
Do you need any help here?
I will just need to find some of our wardens, and they will help clean up this mess. And then I will be on my way.
All right. Lead the way, Eric.
All right, Eric takes you back out in the street, and like you can just tell by his body language, he's just like, "What the hell is going on? What just happened? That was a demon lord. Why is there a demon lord in Walden? Like, what just happened?"
Well,
Yeah, that's
You're-
so crazy.
imagine.
your
Can't
master
imagine.
seems to be taking it well.
And Eric's just like he's like wide eyed. He's like, "Man, whew, to be a grand master, man, whew, he's cool as a cucumber, man." Whew.
Is
Let's not get too hasty, Eric. The world's a dangerous place.
it unusual for someone of like him to be so cool as a cucumber, as you say?
Well, you know, he's always been very level headed every time that I've known him. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. I mean, I guess after 700 and some odd years, you learn stuff pretty well, and can take a lot of with your mind. I guess I don't know. I've seen him ruin 80 hours worth of work on a weapon and just not be bothered and start over. While I would probably just be throwing shit and just breaking everything that I can get my hands on because I'd be pissed. That's a lot of time and effort.
God, I would lose my shit.
Well, he seems like a good man.
He's taught me everything I know. I got to apprentice him before he became a grandmaster. And you guys are traveling, through the city while you're talking. And you arrive, unless you want to talk to him more, which you can. you arrive at a large building. And he goes, well, gentlemen, this is the Craftsman's Guild. If you'll follow me. And he begins to lead you inside, and unless anybody objects, that's just where we'll stop, and we'll pick up next week.
Sounds good to me.
Works for me as well.
What a twist! Grozd is here and looking for ways to conquer this realm.
Great, more
I'm really
problems.
glad he doesn't know that Squib has his book. Squib's got his. I find it funny. Squib has his book. Squib is probably on the verge of going crazy thanks to all the faceless masks he's got. I mean, this is going to get interesting.
And you have a cloak of invisibility.
And I have a cloak of invisibility.
There's no way that book will not come back to bite us in the ass.
Oh, it's going to take one hell of a chunk out of our ass.
It's fascinating that it hasn't already done damage to this point.
Right?
I mean, it did. It froze Wolf when he looked at it.
Yeah, that was stuck for a minute.
He was just like...
Until somebody remembered, oh, right, I've got beads that do things.
He was just out for hours. You guys were dragging him around.
It's great. I love it. Just dragging him around. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with reading a book.
Like Weekend at Bernie's. Good enough.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
We will see what goes on with the Craftsman's Guild next time.